Hey, how's it going? So, just wanted to pose a quick question to you, a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully an encouragement and something that will ultimately help you see God rightly and um, more deeply and more closely in your life. There's a question I've asked myself over the years um, and still ask from time to time. So, the question I pose is this: if this life was all we had, let's just say after we leave here, after we die, there's nothing. This was it. No heaven, no hell. This life is all we have. Would you still want God here and now in this life? Would you still choose God? Now, this isn't supposed to be some post about what happens after we die and getting into some debate about heaven and hell or whatever. Not at all. But the point is, in this life, would you still want God, even if there was nothing more than this? And I think the deeper sort of aspect of this question is really getting at our view of God and His goodness. Because a lot of times, the answer to that question for me, I don't know, might be a no at times. Maybe no, I wouldn't want God. Maybe I'd want to just run off and do my own thing. But underneath all of that is some sort of wrong view or belief of God, that His ways are not that good, that He's ultimately not that good and not worth having. The idea that life would sort of be better without God. If that's how I'm viewing it, there's no condemnation or shame in that. It's just simply to kind of give us a little indicator of where our hearts are. Like, do I believe that God is that good and so amazing and wonderful? And do I walk so closely with God that I would want Him no matter what? That I would want to trust God and want to do this life with God because I believe that it's better with God. I hear a lot of people say things like, well, yeah, I believe in God because what's the harm? If I'm right, then great. It's like a ticket to heaven. If I'm wrong, there's nothing. Oh well. It's almost like this view of God as an insurance policy. Seeing God as kind of a means to an end instead of the point. Just being with God as the greatest gift, as the way we experience joy and peace and hope and all of those things that we actually really want and that we think we're going to find apart from God. So just something to think about. And again, there's no shame or condemnation in it. Because for most of us, a lot of times our answer might be no, we wouldn't want God if this life was all there was and nothing else comes after this. We would maybe just want to go at it ourselves. But the point I want to make is, if that is the case, it's okay, because that's most of us at times. But I would challenge you that there may be something off in your view of God and who He is and what He's really like. Because ultimately, it's almost like saying, yeah, life would be better without my best friend or my significant other. But we're talking about God, who's actually perfect and and loves us perfectly, unlike others. So yeah, what do you think about that question? And just let it take you to God's heart so that maybe he can begin to show you who he is a little differently, a little better than maybe you had imagined. Because I believe that's the truth, that life with God is better than life without God, and that he really is that good. All right.